Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a video that was sent to me from one of the subscribers, and it is from Fine and Country, Devon, Cornwall, and Somerset. And it is inside a Grade II listed Devon Cottage, 1 acre plot property tour. So I am excited for this one. Looks like it's from 7 months ago. Let's see if we can get any more information here. Wow. Looks like it's got a lot going on. So there's a cottage, gardens, paddocks, stables, orchard, and it's 3/4 of a mile to village of Sanford Courtenay with its excellent pub. So it looks like it was guide price £650,000. Yeah, this one should be pretty interesting. We haven't done a video from them before, and I don't think we've done really any in this area. So I am excited to check this out. Something in the country. All right, let's do it. Oh, forgot my spiel. I will link this video in the description along with links to Patreon and a link of how you can support the channel here on YouTube. If you enjoy the content you watch regularly, consider doing either a one-time gifting of the channel or even becoming a member and getting yourself some extra perks like getting to watch these videos in advance. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Maybe. It's gorgeous. That's really pretty. It's like a little cottage, a little hole in the wall, but look at this. Wow.
Hello. Welcome to Middle Tricot, a beautiful cottage, Grade II listed with 16th century origins. At 6'4", I can wander through most of it, although it has to be said there is a large beam in the dining room that I would have to duck under.
He's tall.
Tricot means cottage between the trees. And as we go through on the tour and out into the garden and the paddock, you'll see why. The village of Sanford Courtenay is about 3/4 of a mile away. Brilliant pub.
There's a Sanford
involved in the history world,
maybe 30 minutes from here.
Is quite a known date down here with the Cornish uprising against the split of the Roman and Catholic Church and the Book of Common Prayer being introduced, and Sanford Courtenay was one of the hot seats amongst that.
Wow.
I'd love to show you around. Do come in. So, welcome to Middle Tricot.
Poor guy.
And as you come in, take note of this fine studded front door.
Wow.
So coming in from the reception,
look at those beams.
You enter this magnificent room. In the middle here, major feature being the England fireplace. And it's not often you find a fireplace like this with granite upstands. There's a clove oven in the corner. Log burner is out of use currently.
I love those. My grandma had one of those.
What a brilliant space just to sit and entertain. Big sofas, 6 to 8 people in here quite easily.
I love that table. I love round pedestal tables.
Room, complete with window seat. A magnificent room.
Cute.
Not often in a cottage you'll find space for entertaining 6 at the moment, but with a refectory table, 10 or 12. And head height wise for myself, absolutely splendid, apart from that beam. And in the corner, a fireplace.
Nice. Cute updated kitchen.
So leading off the dining room is this very workable kitchen, stable door, and open straight into the garden.
I do love that door.
Imagine sitting there of an evening, al fresco dining with friends.
Nice.
Brilliant. So for a cottage, what an amazing sized bedroom. Double aspect.
Huge.
And
look at that
this
door.
One's actually on the ground floor with a very smart bathroom on the opposite side of the reception hall. Something you don't often find. And
beautiful tub. Wow.
So this is one of the large bedrooms on the second floor. It's double aspect. You've got lattice windows, head height,
Huge
and
bedrooms.
space for a super king size bed.
Cute. I love those doors and the
So you find
beams.
this in the second bedroom that does lead to the other bedroom you've just seen. Special feature in here is the A-frame roofline here. Not often found
Mm-hmm.
inside cottages. Our clients currently use it as a TV room and library. Great place just to chill. So we're in the garden. The Vendels have enhanced what was already here, and there are so many seating areas just to sit and enjoy nature in the background. Have a listen.
That's beautiful.
Dogs, sheep, blackbirds, everything going on. Magical. And I'd like to take you past the pond, through the gates, into the paddock and stables. You find me in the paddock with a small orchard here at the front, and running off down to the end is a wild garden, mature oak trees, Devon banking, and it comes back up the side, past the ash, to the stables. Pair of loose boxes, turnout yard, and for here, there is a separate access across the farmer's lane to this part, so you don't need to bring any animals through your gardens. So here we're in the vegetable kitchen garden area. There's a greenhouse, raised beds. Behind me, the double garage,
Wow.
potting shed, workbench areas, and just over the
Huge
cog
garage.
wall to the front garden at the edge of the cottage, you'll find the air source heat pump, which was put in by the current clients, and they absolutely love it. So if you're looking for a cottage that offers bags of space, two fine reception rooms, dining room with space for 8-10 people, quite easy to sit in, formal gardens, beautifully laid out, paddocks, stables, garage, vegetable garden, the list goes on, and want to be surrounded by nature with a village 3/4 of a mile away with an excellent pub, do reach out to me. I'm Adrian from Fine and Country in Great Torrington. 01805 626 triple.
That was really nice. That was a great suggestion because it's, like I said, it's really different than anything we've looked at. Um, so I am from West Virginia, and I'm from, it might be the largest city now, but population wise, but it was the second largest city in the state. So I, if people think West Virginia, you're like, oh, country. Well, I grew up in like the city. So but, it wasn't far. Like, my best friend, she lived, a little further out. We went to the same school, graduated together, but they lived a little further out, and her dad was, like, a big hunter, and, um, they lived out in the country, and a lot of people I went to school with lived out in the country. And my grandmother, before she moved with us, and probably from the time I was probably at least in middle school, lived in Kentucky, which wasn't far. It was like a 35-40 minute drive from where we lived in West Virginia. And you go over in Kentucky, and she lived on like 3 acres, and you could walk around, and there were like horse stables and stuff some of the neighbors had. Um, so this reminds me a little bit. This is way bigger than her property was, but it reminds me a little bit of that. She had like a really cute garden set up, and um, there was forest all behind her house and to the side, so they would be able to sit in their living room and look out the window and watch the birds and the deer, and um, they'd have to put rocks and stuff over the trash bins because animals would get into it, raccoons and stuff. Um, so it reminds me a little bit of that. Reminds me a little bit of where it came from. Uh, So, I'm definitely more of a city girl, but I can absolutely appreciate nature and the country living as well. Um, but yeah, this is gorgeous for somebody that does have a lot of animals and does that farm life. I admire it. I think it's fantastic. And the at the home. And then you hear cottage, like to me, I'm like, oh, it's a little tiny thing. I don't necessarily think it's bad or country, but like it just seems like, oh, it's a little cottage. It's small. But that was gigantic. The bedrooms and stuff were huge. Um, Especially for something being that old. But it was absolutely stunning. The wood beams and the old fireplace and the wood burning stove. Um, Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Like I said, I don't think I could do it. I don't like spiders. I don't like bugs. I don't like critters, that aren't like the cute ones. So I don't think I could live out there full time, but I could certainly see visiting and enjoying it. Um, but fantastic video. It was really nice to see something different. So yeah, I always encourage you guys, send me these different things that you might see that pop up. And I will absolutely take a look at it. And yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a great suggestion from you guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and yeah, don't forget to comment either. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Have a good one.